Katie Bates shares horrifying photo of father-in-law after surgery. Katie Bates Clark recently made headlines after sharing the hospitalization of her father-in-law, Michael Clark. According to the 24-year-old mom, Travis' father underwent open-heart surgery. Katie, Travis, and the Clark family begged fans for prayers during Michael's dangerous operation. Fortunately, everything went well, and he's now recovering. But Katie shocked her followers after sharing a horrifying photo of her father-in-law following his surgery. What happened to Travis Clark's father? Katie and Travis had to rush to New Jersey last month to visit Michael, who was preparing for open-heart surgery. The Bringing Up Bates stars kept their followers updated about Michael's condition, and even their kids' efforts to keep their grandfather smiling. The Clark family never revealed what actually happened. But Michael was previously diagnosed with an aneurysm on his ascending aorta. He then had heart catheterization, which eventually led to his open-heart surgery. Katie and Travis were also glad after learning that the doctors were able to save his heart valve, meaning that he wouldn't need a replacement using a mechanical valve. Travis also said that his father has been praying to save his heart valve, and they're glad that their prayers were answered. Katie shares horrifying photo of father-in-law. Katie Bates Clark recently took to IG stories to share photos of her father-in-law spending time with her daughter, Hailey. Moments later, Michael showed the massive scar from his open-heart surgery. His chest was opened, and it looked extremely painful. Hailey is also brave enough to stare at it. According to Katie, her daughter immediately brought her teddy bear to make her grandfather feel better after seeing the wound. The Bringing Up Bates star later revealed that they were already heading back home to Tennessee, and they're thankful for everything that has happened. She also thanked all the people who had helped and prayed for her father-in-law. She added, "We could feel it, and it meant the world to us." Katie Bates shares homecoming welcome from Michael Clark. Katie Bates Clark also shared a clip of Michael's arrival at his home. He was welcomed by so many members of the Clark family, as well as his friends and neighbors. A large group was even holding a sign that said, "Get well soon." There were also balloons to celebrate his successful surgery. It just shows how much support Michael had during his open-heart surgery journey. Michael is also popular in his hometown due to his family's band. But considering his condition, the Clark family band may take some time before getting back on the stage. He's also a pastor in the IBLP and has appeared numerous times in the Bates family show, Bringing Up Bates. Carlin Bates, a beloved member of the Bringing Up Bates family, found herself overwhelmed with emotion during an unexpected moment that unfolded in her life. Known for her gentle spirit and nurturing nature, Carlin has always been someone who wears her heart on her sleeve. This time, however, it wasn't just any ordinary day or situation. It was something profoundly personal and deeply moving. Her young daughter had unknowingly brought her to tears. The story began like many others in the Bates household, a home filled with laughter, faith, and love. The Bates family is known not only for their large size but also for their strong values, commitment to one another, and unwavering devotion to God. As part of this close-knit clan, Carlin has always stood out as someone whose kindness radiates effortlessly. She married Evan Stewart several years ago, and together they welcomed two precious daughters into their lives, Everett and Emmy. Both girls are doted upon by their parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins alike. Their presence adds even more joy to an already vibrant family dynamic. On this particular day, Carlin was going about her usual routine at home. Life as a mother can be chaotic yet rewarding, especially when raising little ones full of energy and curiosity. Between preparing meals, tidying up the house, and keeping track of Everett and Emmy's antics, there wasn't much downtime. But despite the business, Carlin cherished every second spent with her children. They were her greatest blessings, her constant reminders of how beautiful life could be. Emmy, the younger of the two sisters, had recently turned 4 years old. At this age, she was blossoming into a spirited child with a mind of her own. Her personality shone brightly, often lighting up rooms wherever she went. On this day, Emmy decided to surprise her mom with something special. It wasn't planned or prompted. It came purely from her innocent heart. As Carlin sat down in the living room after finishing some chores, she noticed Emmy approaching her with a piece of paper clutched tightly in her tiny hands. The little girl wore a proud smile, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "Mommy, look what I made for you!" Emmy exclaimed, holding out the paper eagerly. Curious, Carlin took the drawing from her daughter's grasp. What she saw instantly tugged at her heartstrings. The colorful illustration depicted a stick figure family standing beneath a bright yellow sun. There was a house in the background, complete with a red door and blue windows. In bold letters across the top of the page, Emmy had written, "I love my family." Though the words weren't perfectly spelled and the lines weren't straight, the effort behind the artwork was undeniable. It was clear that Emmy had poured all her love and creativity into making this gift for her mom. Carlin felt a lump form in her throat as she studied the drawing. Every stroke of the crayon seemed to carry a piece of Emmy's soul, a reflection of her pure affection for her family. For Carlin, it wasn't just a simple drawing, it was a testament to the bond they shared, a reminder of the unconditional love that existed between them. Tears began to well up in her eyes as she realized the depth of her daughter's thoughtfulness. "Emmy, this is so beautiful," Carlin said softly, her voice trembling with emotion. "Thank you so much for making this for me." Emmy beamed with pride, clearly delighted by her mom's reaction. "Do you really like it?" she asked, her tone filled with hope. "I love it," Carlin replied, pulling her daughter onto her lap for a warm hug. "It makes me so happy because it shows how much you care about our family." In that embrace, Carlin allowed herself to fully feel the weight of the moment. Her tears flowed freely now, mingling with laughter as she held Emmy close. She couldn't help but marvel at how such a small act of kindness could evoke such powerful emotions. Parenthood was a journey filled with countless highs and lows, but moments like these reminded her why it was all worth it. Even, Carlin's husband walked into the room just then and immediately sensed the emotional atmosphere. Seeing his wife crying while hugging their youngest daughter, he approached them with concern. "What's going on here?" he asked gently, kneeling beside the pair. Carlin handed him the drawing, explaining through sniffles how Emmy had surprised her with it. Evan's face softened as he examined the artwork, recognizing its significance. He smiled warmly at his daughter. "Wow, Emmy, this is amazing. You're such a talented artist." Emmy giggled shyly, burying her face in Carlin's shoulder. Despite her initial shyness, it was evident that she was thrilled by the attention her drawing had garnered. The entire scene was a testament to the strength of their family's connection, the way they supported and celebrated one another, no matter how big or small the occasion. Later that evening, as the family gathered around the dinner table, Carlin recounted the story to everyone present. Sharing these kinds of moments was important to the Bates family. It reinforced their belief in cherishing each other and expressing gratitude daily. When Carlin described how Emmy's gesture had moved her to tears, the room fell silent for a moment before erupting into applause. Even the older siblings chimed in, praising Emmy for her creativity and thoughtfulness. For Emmy, hearing her family praise her work filled her with confidence and joy. She may not have fully understood the magnitude of her actions, but she knew she had done something good. And for Carlin, witnessing her daughter's growth and capacity for love reaffirmed her belief in the beauty of parenthood. Reflecting on the day's events later that night, Carlin found herself feeling incredibly grateful. Parenthood was challenging, yes, but it was also filled with immeasurable rewards. Moments like the one she shared with Emmy served as reminders of why she chose this path, to nurture, guide, and love her children unconditionally. She realized that sometimes, the simplest gestures carried the most profound meaning. A child's drawing might seem insignificant to some, but to a mother, it represented everything: love, connection, and the enduring bond between parent and child. That day, Emmy taught Carlin an invaluable lesson, one that she would carry with her always. No matter how busy life became, it was essential to pause and appreciate the little things, for they often held the greatest significance. As Carlin tucked Emmy into bed that night, she kissed her forehead and whispered, "I'm so proud of you, sweetheart. Thank you for reminding me today how blessed I am to be your mommy." Emmy snuggled deeper under her blankets, her eyelids growing heavy. "I love you, Mommy," she murmured sleepily. "I love you too, my sweet girl," Carlin replied, lingering for a moment to watch her daughter drift off to sleep. Her heart swelled with gratitude, knowing that days like this, simple yet extraordinary, were what truly mattered in life.